All right, bear with me while we are going live. Bear with me for 1 second while I get everything going. Um, we had some technical difficulties with the mic, so when people come in here, we'll see if the mic is working good. Unfortunately, again, had some technical difficulties. Running a little late, but we're gonna go ahead and get this set up real fast. All right, let's get this going. We're gonna add this banner right here. Bow. This is the topic of conversation. Is Canelo a duck? Is he scary? We're gonna take a look back at his career. I'm sure some people will join that disagree. Maybe the people I got on the panel will disagree. That's cool. We're gonna talk about it though tonight. Again, please bear with me while I get this set up. I was gonna turn on the super chats for my two co-hosts that are gonna be coming through in just a moment. However, doesn't look like I can do it while I'm live, so I messed up. I dropped the ball there. We will be turning on super chats. Super chats will be going divided with my co-host, cutting it on for them. I've never had it on for myself. But yeah, we're gonna let them come in real fast. And again, we're gonna talk about Canelo Alvarez. Is he ducking David Benavidez? Because to me, it looks that way. Especially with them talking about he's gonna fight Maul and Haney. So that's crazy to me. And I've had so many of his, I should say, devout followers at this point, because he's got a cult following. Canelo really has a cult following, and I'm gonna say it right now. What's going on? Let me go ahead and drop this link for you. There goes one of my co-hosts right there. And there goes the other one. Boom! We got both of them in the building. That's right. Both co-hosts are here. And in a little bit, I'll get on webcam and we'll keep this rocking so people can see my face. But anyways, I digress. Back to the point. So I'm going to let them discuss this with me before I get too deep into this. But in my opinion, don't understand how folks Tszyu, Benavidez avoid losing belts, not deserving fight, and Charlo at catchweight with Ben, brother being overweight for fight being possible opponents. Live code on 1 second, I'll get to that, but I want to say this. I have multiple devout followers of the Code of Canelo. They go to church every Sunday and every Monday. And these dudes have told me numerous times, multiple times, that if Canelo did not fight Benavidez or Bivol in a rematch, that they would call him a duck. However, when he fought Mel, scratch that. No, I was right, Mel. When he fought Mel, the 154 undisputed champion who had to go up 2 weight classes, they praised it. And they forgot about Benavidez. They forgot about the rematch with Bivol because they praised the dude from 154 coming up to 168 to fight the undisputed champion there. So that talk of them calling him a duck went out the window. Now they're praising him again for fighting his, I guess you could say, bigger twin brother who fights at 160, who's also got to go up in weight to fight Canelo. They're praising that. And then they're praising him fighting Haney Munguia over Benavidez as if Haney Munguia has ever done anything in his career, which he hasn't. He's beat John Ryder. Congratulations. Now, before I get too deep, I got my two co-hosts here. This is the first time that we're officially doing it. I'm going to let each co-host introduce themselves. And then, yeah, we're going to go from there. But I want to say this to y'all. I forgot about turning on the super chats. I tried to do it while I was live, and it would not let me because I'm running a live. So the minute this live goes down, I'm going to turn on the super chats. And then moving forward, every Thursday at 9 that we do this, then, you know, it'll be divided between y'all. So that's how we're going to do this moving forward.
Not a problem.
Anyways, y'all introduce yourselves. Go for it.
After you, Prodigal.
Darn, why you do me like that, AJ? So, hey guys, I'm Prodigal. Big fan of Tony's channel. Big fan of boxing. Have boxed Myself, not professionally, of course, but I'm what you call the best gym fighter you could possibly meet. But I just enjoy the sport, and I'm glad to be there.
What up? What up? My name is AJ. I've been here on Tony's reviews for quite a minute. Just the occasional boxing fan, giving my takes. You can see me bouncing around on different live streams from time to time, but you could catch me here Thursday. Back to you, Tony.
All right. So the topic of discussion, now that both co-hosts have introduced themselves, is Canelo a duck? Let's start with that first and foremost. We're going to look at his entire career. Y'all can either agree, disagree, tell us how you feel, and then I'm going to say how I feel. So, is Canelo a duck?
Yes.
Do you want to explain it?
Okay. I say he's a duck because Canelo, his whole career has been basically handpicking opponents, with the exception of people he had to actually fight at very crucial moments. That being Floyd Mayweather, and then that also being Gennady Golovkin. All the other fights he's ever had, and any of the top of his being at the top of his divisions, he's never fought the best guys at each of the divisions he's been. He's hand sort of selected opponents who were either diminished champions or champions who were at near the peak of their powers. So, and him himself, reaching his peak, he was able to sort of beat them. But he's never fought the best in each of the divisions he's been in. Never fought the best guy. Arguably, you could say maybe 154 being Mayweather, but that's about it.
All right, AJ, is he a duck?
No.
Tell us why.
No, I'm kidding. Of course he is. But but every fighter has been guilty of that throughout their careers. I mean, it's like I get it at the same time because I mean, let's face it, this has become like it's a known just quantity or equation. Like if a fighter tries to constantly fight the best among the best, they're gonna lose. We all understand that. But clearly Canelo ducked Triple G for years. It was bright as day. I mean, at the way he vacated his belt, that was straight up. He fought him eventually, but he ran from him for years. Let's be real. He really did. I mean, back in 2016, when he fought Khan and Brook fought Triple G, they should have swapped with each other. It should have been Khan fighting Brook and Canelo fighting Triple G back in 2016. That's what should have happened. But despite that, he still has a more than stellar resume. I mean, you could name several fighters that he didn't fight that he could have fought, but you could pretty much do that with anybody. But if he does not fight David Benavidez this year, then yeah, it's going to be very hard to argue that he's not ducking him, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to see Jamal. I don't want to see that, man. Like,
can I respond to logic?
Sure, and then I'm gonna give my 2 cents. Go ahead and respond.
Logic. Who would be the top two at 154? Are you going to say Floyd Mayweather and then what's his name? Austin Trout?
Well, or Lara? Is that who you mean?
Or Lara? Yeah, who's that? And then at 160, it was only Triple G. Really?
Who he ran from for years.
Who again wasn't at the peak of his powers because he was already reached his peak.
Yeah, but he still ducked him though.
Yeah, and then at the same time, okay, maybe Danny Jacobs, even Jacobs. Again, he wasn't necessarily past his prime, but
y'all know what changed.
He was at the peak of his powers as well.
Okay.
Y'all know what? Sorry, but right quick, y'all know what changed Canelo's mind. I'm sure y'all know this. The only reason he decided to fight Triple G is because of the Brook and Jacobs fights. I think if honestly he'd make it easy work with those guys, he would have even swerved them for even longer.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Andre WBO champion at 154 during Canelo's tenure at 154?
He was the number one ranked guy at 154.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
Logic. He could have fought Andre at 154.
Take it away, Tony.
Okay, so I'm gonna give my 2 cents. All right, so this is how I look at it. We're gonna start at 154, right? I would say yes, he is definitely a duck because, as what was just mentioned, the number one guy was Andrade at the time. He did not want any parts of him. You also at the time too had Billy Joe Saunders there, who was right there with Andrade as well. Now, Canelo did not want to fight either one of those two fighters. Why? Because they both fight the same. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, but he fought Billy Joe Saunders later on. That's irrelevant. Billy Joe was at his best at 154. And this was way before the nasal spray was all of a sudden made illegal to be used in competition, because for the whole time it was legal to be used before they changed it, before Andrade and Billy Joe was supposed to fight. Anyways, I digress. Back to the point. So at 154, you had Andrade, who was the number one guy with the WBO. Lara, you cannot argue, was the number one guy because he picked up a title after Andrade was already a reigning champion. And he lost it not that long after to Canelo. And many people argue that Canelo lost that fight. But that has nothing to do with winning or losing a fight. It has nothing to do with ducking. Ducking is evading a fight. So you had Andrade number one. Then you go up to the next weight class at 160. And like AJ already said, he dropped his title not to fight Triple G. It is irrelevant that down the road he fought Triple G, but when he was first supposed to fight him, he dropped his title to get out of the fight. Now, you go up to the next weight class, which was 175. Kovalev was a fighter on his last leg. He was not the best. He was not the number one. He had already been knocked out twice. And lo and behold, he got knocked out by an Alvarez as well. So even though he avenged that loss, he didn't go for the number one guy at 175. And the minute that he beat the weakest champion there, who was on his last leg in the twilight of his career, he dropped the belt and left immediately instead of going for the other ones. Then he goes to 168. He immediately picks up the 168 title against Smith, who was never a WBC champion. He got it by a vacated title match because David Benavidez had lost his belt on the scale. Well, it's funny to me because normally when you look at it from Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, and I'm naming those names because they're more recent, when they lost their titles on the scale, guess what happened? They were allowed to fight for it in the very next fight. The belt was vacated, but they were allowed to regain their title against somebody. Only for Canelo did they circumvent that and not allow Benavidez to fight for that WBC title. They put two belts on the line with Callum Smith. They put up the vacated WBC title, and I believe it was the WBA that Callum had. So there's that. This entire time, people have been clamoring for him to fight David Benavidez. He turned it down. He fought the other champions, but never the real two-time WBC champion, which is David Benavidez. He actually won the belt twice, never lost it in the ring. And yes, it was his fault. He lost them to cocaine and to weight gain. But at the end of the day, he never lost his belts in the ring. He goes up to 175, gets embarrassed, and he ducks out of the rematch to fight Bivol again. He could have had it, but he lowballed his numbers. He didn't want to give Bivol an increase in pay, even though Bivol whooped his ass and made it look easy. He outlanded Canelo in every single round, and Canelo didn't want to get back in the ring with him. And I would even say fighting Bivol was a duck at that, because Bivol was never, and it's still not better than Better Beef, who's the number one guy there. 3 straps is greater than 1.
Oh, Tony, Tony, if he would have targeted belt, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Let me finish, and then we can get into that. Then he goes back to 168, ducks the rematch, does everything he can to stay away from Benavidez. He goes to PBC, so we think we're going to get the Benavidez fight, but then he goes for a 154 champion. What I've noticed about the PBC is this. They have a real good tendency to make little men come up to fight big men. They're doing it with Tank Davis. They're doing it with Canelo. They're moving guys up to buff up and pad their records. So, yes, I would say, given the track record, Canelo, in my opinion, is definitely a duck. Does he have good names on his record? Yes, he does. But like what was mentioned by my co-host, most of the big names like Cotto, hell, even Mayweather, Shea Mosley, they were all out of their prime when he fought them. These guys weren't killers. I mean, you could argue that Lara was still arguably in his prime because he only had 1 loss and I believe 2 draws at the time that they fought. But you had that. Who next do you have? Like Amir Khan, who had already been beat 3 times and knocked out. So we knew what was going to happen there. So his biggest names, he aged out, or he fought them when they were way past their better days. Kovalev. Triple G didn't want to fight him the first time. Fought him 7 years later and got a gifted draw when he lost the fight. So, yes, I agree. If he does not fight David Benavidez, like the picture shows, he's a chicken and he's a duck, in my opinion. All right, let's go. I'm done.
I think, just quickly, I think Billy Joe was career 160 at that point. He wasn't at 154.
My bad. 160? Is that where him and Andrade were supposed to fight?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
Middle. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake. My
Because
bad.
Andre had moved up to 160, but
Yeah, I think that was for the,
154.
I think that was for the vacant WBO belt.
Yeah.
No. Or did Billy Joe have it, but he got stripped? Or
Yeah,
what
Billy
happened?
Joe had it. He had it.
Okay, all right.
I think
Yeah.
he had it,
Then he fought the Walter K guy for the title.
Yeah.
But also, Tony, did you mention that Lara lost his title in the Canelo fight? Did I hear you right or no? Did you say that?
No.
Okay, my bad. Okay, I misunderstood. Okay, I thought you said that. Like this, I was about to say like that was a non-title bout when they fought because there was no belts on the line in that fight.
Yeah, no. I said many people believe Lara beat him.
Right. Yeah, I'm one of them. I had to rewatch. I had Lara winning.
Same. And Canelo has at least 3 or 4 losses.
And then even add to the duck, even more to that, where did he fight Lara at the Canelo weight class? He wouldn't even fight him at 154, which is the maximum limit. That's whenever he started his 155 reign.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep, the catch weight shit. Yeah.
The catch weight, yeah.
Like, how are you the 154 champion, but you create a 155 title?
Yeah, Canelo weight.
WBC's help.
Canelo weight.
I mean, what that was all to avoid the big bad boogeyman at the time, Triple G.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, and Tony, you made an interesting point. It's like we're talking about Canelo ducking and why they met. I don't care. Like if he doesn't fight him this year, then yeah, that's a clear cut duck to me, in my opinion. Not that I honestly really care either, because in my opinion, I think everything Canelo does at this point is just a cherry on top. I mean, he can retire now and walk away, but there's still some fans, i.e., me, everybody on this panel, that want to see him take on Benavidez before he does. Once you do that, you've pretty much done everything in 168. There's nothing left for you to prove. I mean, but hey, David should have watched his weight, man. You know. I mean,
I hear what you're saying, and I understand. But to me, here's the deal: a lot of people don't know this. I mentioned this before, and I'm going to say it again. It makes sense that he missed weight. So I'll give another fighter, John Jones. He got caught on cocaine as well. Here's the thing that people don't understand: cocaine is a cutting drug. People use it to cut weight because it speeds up your metabolism extremely fast. Okay, so you burn through the calories. So to me, when he popped out for cocaine, it only makes sense that now he lost that weight loss thing that he was using, so he's going to be overweight in the next fight. And it just made sense to me. So he popped without the cocaine because it's a diuretic that people use. It's stupid. I would never use it because it's addictive and it's a chemical that you don't want to put in your body. But athletes all across the board that cut weight have used cocaine to cut weight.
Matter of fact, my father told me he used cocaine years ago when he was young, and he never did it again. Know why?
Pink elephants?
He said it made him feel so good, and he knew he would lead to no good if he kept doing it. So he went cold. He quit like right after that. And I'm like, damn, okay, you're well strong then, man. Because if it was me, if it made me feel good, I probably would have become an addict.
And in the words of Rick James, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Hell of a drug. Unity.
Unity. Cold-blooded.
Charlie Murphy, that was like a week ago. But yeah, I don't like this at all. And I don't even understand how Amazon is entertaining this bullshit with PVC. Like, we got Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. I can't find my hair. Like,
God.
And now we got this bullshit with Canelo.
Is that, can I just clarify, is that fight with non-title as well?
Yes, non-title.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So like, what is this at a catch weight too, or what's going on with that?
No, I think it's actually at 155. Actually, no, it is catch weight. I think it's 155.
Wow.
Yeah. It's above the weight limit. It's at the Canelo weight limit.
Oh, yeah. Keith is about to get so fucked up.
He's gonna get hurt.
He looked actually. I couldn't believe he was that small. I thought him and Tszyu were about the same size, but they're not at all.
I mean, I was actually doing research on Keith a while back. He was actually fighting the light middleweight for a while before he moved down to welterweight.
Yeah. He started his career as a light middleweight.
I didn't know that. I mean, I thought he was just a core welterweight.
No.
Still, he's getting fucked up regardless. So
Yeah, he is.
What round do you guys think he gets stopped in? I think they might not even make it to the 6th round. I think.
I hope
Somewhere around there. I think middle rounds.
Yeah.
I hope and I pray he gets stopped in the 1st round, because if Tszyu just goes there to punish him, he's going to be severely hurt after this fight.
Yeah.
And everybody knows he's weak to the body. And what does Tszyu
okay.
specialize in?
Oh
Body
yeah.
shots.
Tim is gonna that's what I target if I was him.
I just know one thing: I'm not watching the fight. I'm not covering the fight, and this will be one fight that I'm not doing a review on after the fight because I already know the outcome.
Oh yeah, we all do. I mean, it's just I'm not pay for it because
this is the cash out.
I mean, because I was gonna make a movie out of it. It's like headline: Tim fucks up Keith, and I was gonna get popcorn, and I was gonna make it a movie night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just depending on how much it is. I mean, but if it's too much, I might forego it. But it depends. We'll see. I'll flip a coin probably on a week.
Yo, speaking of making a movie night, have you seen the trailer for the Usyk Tyson Fury fight?
I just saw it like an hour ago. I just saw it.
I gotta watch it.
That shit is
Yo, that shit is like an intro for a fucking movie.
Facts, bro. They got the cowboy shit, gladiator. They got like added like Ray
Pirates, samurai.
Tony, can you pull it up on here? Do you know how to do that?
What's that?
Do you know how to pull up the promo on StreamYard? Like you can play it.
Oh, you sure you can do that? You don't want to get a copyright strike.
Yeah,
so
will
the zone do that?
What I can do is I'll do this for you. I'm looking at my where is it? Did they? Oh shit! It's not in my history no more. Maybe that channel got flagged. Hold on. All right, I'm about to copy and paste it in the private chat so you can see it. But this is one of the cleanest. Like this one and the Ngannou Fury are like the best 2 promos I've ever seen in boxing.
Did you like the zombies?
No, I wasn't really feeling the zombie one that much. It was all right, but yeah.
Elijah, grow through, man. Come on through. Chop it up with us. You come
live. Yeah, you can hop on the panel. This panel's open to anybody who wants to come on here and defend Canelo.
Elijah,
if you are a Canelo cult member, you are allowed to grab your robes, whether they're white or red. I don't know what y'all wear, but come jump on the panel and defend. Make us think differently that Canelo's not a chicken or a duck.
I mean, it's funny because, I think for some people, it's like if a fighter eventually fights a fighter, that makes them exempt from ducking in the first place. No, you still duck the guy when you should have fought him.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's just irrelevant.
I think Tony also made a good point. Bivol was actually supposed to be a Canelo a duck in a sense because he ducked Beterbiev to fight Bivol because he thought Bivol was the weaker champion.
Yep,
and he got served up.
He found out otherwise.
Yep, he got served up.
Matter of fact, it's funny because I remember way back when Canelo fought Kovalev. Dimitri put his hat in the ring. He had his manager or his team reach out to him. They never got a response.
Yeah. Well, they knew. I mean, Kovalev was beating him with a jab. Like he got stopped late, but he was literally beating Canelo with one arm. And that's the thing about it. Like Canelo, look, I'm not a Canelo hater, but I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm just gonna call it how I see it. And oops. Okay, he's back. I think he's back. You back?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And again, like I know people say I hate on Canelo, but I just got to call it what it is. Like, how long are you going to duck the best of divisions? Because what it is at the end of the day, and I've said it every single time, when Canelo fights a best of a division, he either ends up looking very average or he loses.
Well, depending on the style he fights. I mean, you put him in there with a boxer, a guy who can move, he's going to struggle. That's evident at this stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At any stage in his career, he couldn't touch Mayweather. He got schooled on by Lara. He got schooled on by Beagle.
Yep.
To be fair, even Trout.
I was about to say that. Even Trout, I believe Trout beat him.
Yeah, that fight, that Trout fight was close. Honestly, Billy Joe was giving him the business in the mid rounds. I'm not even gonna lie in that fight.
Yeah, until he lost that eye.
It's just till he got caught. That was it.
Dare I say, even Plant was doing something.
And early on, he was. That's true. That's fair. Yeah. It's just Caleb didn't have the durability, the ring savvy, the defensive smarts to stay out of Canelo's way, and Canelo just eventually broke him down and stopped him. But yeah, but Caleb was getting in. He was getting in some work too early on.
Well, the thing about Plant is he's trash, and outside of him being trash,
nobody was giving him a chance to win it all. It's like, dude, that was probably one of the easiest picks I ever made in a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this: there's two things that I looked at. One, this dude's got no gas tank. Like by the 5th, 6th round, he's depleted and he's gassed.
He's done. He's finished.
He's done.
Which is sad because well, am I my echo or repeat?
I don't know. But anyways, and then the second thing is once I saw the fucking face to face and Canelo slapped him up and Plant could not get out of the way and his eye was cut by his glasses, I was like, bro, this guy ain't got no reaction time. He gonna get counted all night long. Like, nah, this is the L right here. This ain't even gonna be competitive.
What surprised me is how long he lasted. I didn't think he lasted the 11th. I thought he'd get taken out sooner.
Yeah.
I think I called like around 8-9. He would get stopped by then.
I'm pretty sure I called the 9th. Well, I said I believe something special is going to happen in the 9th round. And what's so crazy is he didn't get stopped in the 9th round.
The fanboy talk. Yeah.
He's like, I'm very good for only 20 fights, huh? Yeah, very good fighter. Canelo,
man, if that was me, I'd have been like, bro, man, fight now, talk later, all right? Shit.
Like, how are you going to admire the person you're fighting in the fight? That's how you know you lost. That's how you know you lost. Like, I want to address this thing by Logic, though, real fast. I've had it up on the screen for a minute. He said, to be fair, Benavidez shouldn't have been overweight, but at the same time, Jamal came in 3 pounds over at a catch weight against smaller Benavidez brother, and now his possible opponent. Benavidez deserves it. And that's a very good point. And we haven't even brought that up or addressed, and I wouldn't even have thought about it. Like, Jamal did go over the catch weight against a welterweight. So if you're going to look at guys busting weight, getting to fight fucking Canelo, they both, and that was years ago for Benavidez. That just happened for Jamal. Look, okay, I got to do it. Oh, wait, my bad. Hold on. Oh, sweet hands over here. Oh, sugar paws. Look here, man.
Sugar paws.
I'm not worried about that. I am not fucking Jamal. If you slap me, that to me is you're initiating a duel. You know what happens in a duel? One of us got to die, period. That's what happens when a grown man slaps another grown man. Like, duel initiated. One of us is not walking away.
I mean, that's the 4th time somebody punked Jamal that I've counted. I mean, it's like, first it was Danny Jacobs, even though nothing happened there. I mean, it was funny because he wasn't expecting Danny Jacobs to show up, which he did, but he got punked there. The next time, when he had it was more Jamel had the confrontation with Jarrett Hurd, but Jarrett Hurd put hands on Jamel and he didn't do shit. Then, so that's number 2. Number 3 is when David confronted him at in one of the fight. It was when Isaac Cruz was fighting Gamboa. I think he was the co-main to I think was it Spence Ugas or something like that. Then he literally ran behind security, so that's 3. And now it's 4 with this Caleb shit. I mean, like, what's going on, man? Like,
well, did you bring up Hurd?
I did. I bring up Hurd. That was the second.
Okay, I missed that.
You forgot one. He also got his jewelry snatched up in the club, so he got confronted there too.
Yeah, he got stolen. I forgot about that. Yeah, man.
I mean, because like Tony, like you just made an interesting point because also there was another confrontation. It's like all the fan did was ask him, like, is Canelo dangerous? And he slapped the guy's phone out of his hand and like walks away. And it's like, oh, hell to the no, bro. Like, dude.
And then Bell's girlfriend beat up Maul's girlfriend. So I mean,
Yeah, that happened too. And I think Caleb Plant's girlfriend was like fighting too.
Oh, Jordan?
Yeah, that's what started it.
Hey, y'all know what would have been messed up after Canelo got knocked out. No, sorry, after Caleb got knocked out by Canelo, if they put Jordan in the ring to interview him.
That's what I was waiting on.
I'm like, I'm like, oh, I hope they don't do her like that. Like, just imagine interviewing a guy who knocked out your husband. That's fine.
He'd have walked out the ring with her, like, come with me. Come on, let's go. I've never understood why so many people like Caleb. Like, the dude's trash to me. He's not a good fighter. Like, I don't.
He's got some skill, but it's just he's not good at it. No. Hear me out. I'm saying like he's good. He's just not good at a certain level. That's all. I don't think
He's kind of like
he's
like kind of a. I mean, for all intents and purposes, he's kind of like what they call a great white hope in a sense.
Yeah.
So, but he has like urban appeal, which makes him like relatable at the same time.
I mean, I always tell people who say Canelo don't fight black fighters, I'm like, that doesn't count. He fought Caleb. So
that's true. That's what I'm saying. He's kind of like a poor man's Kelly Pavlik.
I'm gonna tell you, like, Caleb Truax beat him. Okay, that's how bad he is. Truax got robbed in that fight, and Truax was like 93 years old when he fought Caleb Plant. So,
I gotta see that again because like I thought, I mean, I didn't score it because I saw it live. I remember I watched it at work one night, and I thought that Caleb would Plant would make easy work of him, and that's not what happened. The fight was actually more competitive than I saw, but I still thought Caleb, did edge it. I mean, did win. I mean, so now maybe I got to watch it again with different eyes.
You said, why we hating on Caleb? Because he's trash. Like, oh shit.
I mean, but totally, let me tell you, I still have yet to see his fight with Benavidez. Now, according to everybody I talked to who saw it, they say Caleb was winning till he got tired.
Yeah, for the first 4 rounds, and then
that's exactly what happened. He was winning until he got tired.
And that's exactly how I called it. I said he's going to go in there, he's going to outbox him for the first couple of rounds, and then he's just going to get beat on. And that's exactly what happened. He got no gas. Like, you cannot be a 5-round fighter in championship fights. You just can't.
No, you need stamina. You got to have it.
I think his problem is because also like they have to work on his power punching, which I mean, I guess one could say is getting better because of what he did to Durrell, but that's also Durrell.
Yeah, that was the curse of the no white boy will beat me. That's
he should have. Durrell should have said that.
Nope.
It didn't work out. The only person that it's worked out for is Haney. That's the only one that's defied the curse. Even though
I don't know. I mean, we can't. One could say Lomachenko had his number.
No, he did.
He beat him.
I'm like, has anybody seen the press conference with him and George yet?
No. I didn't.
Well, Lomachenko and George, yeah, I saw it.
That's like watching 2 planks of wood staring at each other.
Lomachenko wasn't even looking at him; he was looking down.
And George is putting on a good show, but we all know he's about to get schooled pretty bad, if not stopped. I mean, I think he really knows what he's in for, and that's good to have confidence. But bro, Loma's about to whoop that ass.
So my thing with George is this: the only way he'll win is if Loma got old overnight. That's only
that's it. And I don't think he has. Honestly, I think he'll be fine. I mean, because he gave a great performance in the Haney. I thought he won. We all did. I mean, we all did. So it's like, based on that, it's like, it's like, I mean, unless you are right, Tony, unless he ages overnight, which I don't think he will. But that's the only chance he's got.
But you got to understand, George does not look the same since he lost to Devin in the first fight.
No,
the second fight was like, I don't know what he was doing in that second fight. Oh my gosh.
He didn't know what he was doing. See, it was the art of confusion. If I don't know what I'm doing, he doesn't know what I'm doing. And
I'm sorry, Tony, I know you disagree, but he lost to Maxie Hughes. I'm sorry. But he did. I thought I gave at least 8. It was a 4-9-3 in Maxie's favor. I mean, George was not doing shit. You could even argue the rounds he won with swing rounds. Like,
so,
I mean,
let's do this. Let's consult. And I know that you don't always go by this because you can't see the punches that are landed. But let's consult CompuBox and see what the actual punch stats were.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to know that. That I never found out. But I just scored it round by round. So
we're gonna have to get into
Prodigal. What do you think?
I also think he lost to Maxie Hughes.
See?
I know this girl named Maxine. All right, so here we go. Total punches. I'll give you the numbers in just a second. So round 1 and 2, Kambosos won. Round 4, they landed the same amount. Round 6, Kambosos won. So that's 3 rounds. Round 7, he landed more. That's 4 rounds. Round 10 was a draw. Round 11 was a draw. And round 12, he landed more punches. So he outlanded them in 5 rounds, and they had tie numbers in 3 of the rounds. So that means that Maxie only outlanded them in 4 rounds.
Yeah, he still lost. Okay, so.
I mean, you have to give him every single swing round for Kambosos.
If anything, it should have been a majority draw.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, yeah. I mean, but I was in the opinion Maxley was the clear winner. I thought it's just George wasn't doing enough in the fight. Am I just to really steal the rounds? Like whatever he tried, Maxley just countered and outboxed. It was kind of like, he was just, I don't know if he was gun shy or what. Like it was strange.
So round 10, you cannot give to Maxie. They had 9 and 9. They both landed 9, right? But when we look at what counts the most power shots, Kambosos landed 9. Maxie landed 6. So he would have won round 10. And then when you look at round 11, where they both landed 9 punches. So in round 10 and round 11, they landed 9 punches each. In round 11, George Kambosos also outlanded him in power shots, 5-3. So if you give him 10 and 11, that's 7-5, George Kambosos.
Whatever. I disagree. But
empirical.
Wasn't Maxie like more so the ring general, as they say?
I thought so.
No. What's the number 1 scoring criteria? What's the first one?
Don't look at Alicia.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get knocked out if you do that. Like, you can't be ringside at your fight because you was oh shit and not see the punches coming. No, you whoever lands the clean punches.
The clean, yeah, that's based on what I go off of every time. Like, who lands the cleaner, meaningful shots? I mean, round by round, and whoever
that's the number 1 scoring criteria. That's what they look at first. And if that's even, then what's next? What comes second? Effective aggression.
Yes.
That comes number 2. Then number 3 is ring generalship. That is the 3rd scoring criteria. And it's a tier list. So if we both land the same amount of punches, we go to who's the ring, we go to who had the effective aggression. If that's even, which it clearly would be because we had the same amount of punches landed, then we go to the 3rd. Who was the ring general? Were you backing me up, controlling the pace? Or was I backing you up? Who controlled the center of the ring? You know what I mean? So if you got that, then it stops there. If we're still tied, then we go to the last one. Who had the better defense? So defense is at the bottom, ring general above that. So, I mean, going by the scoring criteria, George Kambosos had the clean, effective shots.
Well, Tony, I get it. I disagree, but I get it. I think that we can't really trust what you say, though. You know why?
Why is that? Go ahead.
Because you think George won the first Devin fight, which is insane. So
you know what? We go into the empirical facts again. George Kambosos versus Devin Haney won CompuBox. You know what I find so funny though about Kambosos Haney won?
What's that?
That the same thing that I was saying, all the Haneyalites, they laughed and said, "Oh no, they don't count as much." Body work. Nobody was counting the body shots that George Kambosos was landing on him, right? But the same Haneyalites go and say, "Oh well, he beat Loma because of the body work."
Well, I mean, it's funny. He did land body shots in the Loma fight, but it wasn't still enough to win. So, right,
but what I'm saying is in the first fight, George Kambosos landed over the double amount of body shots to Devin. So
yeah, but they ignored that.
They discredited the Haneyalites discredited George Kambosos' body work in the first fight, but then they want to credit Devin for the body work against Loma. It doesn't make sense.
Of course,
so
the fanboys.
Let's see. Round 2, round 3.
Yeah, of course, they're fanboys, so they're not going to keep it real.
6. Okay, so Devin outlanded him in damn near all the rounds. There are some very close rounds with Devin and George. Like round 4, only 1 punch separated them. George landed 13. Devin landed 14, so you could call that swing round. Trying to see what else is close. Yeah, that's really the only close one. So if we go by the same standards, the same metrics that I just did for the other one, the Kambosos Maxi, Kambosos clearly lost the first fight.
Oh, the Devin, right?
Yeah.
But you said you thought he won.
I did, because of the body work.
But, well, Tony, this has got to stop, man. Like, this has got to stop.
Look, man, I'm going to tell you right now, George Kambosos is going to go in there, knock out Lomachenko. He's going to do a ring walk.
No, he's not.
He's going to be sitting in a kangaroo's pouch, and he's going to hop him out, and then it's going to pull him out the pouch, set him in the ring, and then he going to work him. And then he's going to go up. George's going to go up to 140, get that trilogy, and get them L's back.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I definitely will not.
Actually, one could say
that's convenient.
Since I guess we have to kind of address it. Since Shakur is allegedly retired, can undisputed like happen at that weight class now that he's gone?
Yeah,
it's possible.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now. Now this guy is old too, like Lomachenko. But you're about to see a guy that nobody's been tracking, that I've been tracking now for the last 4 or 5 years. Denise is about to take over. Allegedly, he's fighting Navarrete.
Who?
For one of the, Denise.
Well, what's his last name? Baranchik?
Baranchik, yep.
Okay, got it. I've never seen him fight.
Yeah, he trains with Lomo. He knocked out Artem Lobov and the bare-fisted, what is that, BKB? Yeah.
He did. Artem couldn't even land a punch on him.
Wow.
So imagine Lomachenko, but bigger. That is Denise.
Oh shit.
Yes.
I gotta watch it. I gotta check him out.
That boy can fight, but the only bad thing is he's 35 years old. So Loma, yeah, he went pro late, like a lot of the Eastern Europeans do.
So he's an expensive amateur, or
yeah, he's a very good amateur. And very good professional. This dude is
he's like 18-0, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
I'm telling you, Navarrete's got no fucking discipline. This dude said he's chicken and drinks beer during training camp, and he's gonna get his ass whooped. He is doing.
Bro, he definitely lost to the Australian dude before he knocked him out.
Yeah. Well,
I heard that's why Shakur's upset. I heard that's why Shakur's upset because he wanted to fight for the WBO belt.
Yeah, because he sees weakness because of the Conceição fight.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's like okay, so Baranchik and Navarrete are fighting fight the winner.
Exactly.
It's simple. It's easy. Then instead, why don't you stay busy with your mandatory challenger, who's Sandor Martin, who I think honestly he could beat, even though he didn't look that good last time around. I think he could beat Sandor. To take care of him, then wait around to unify with the winner.
Hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet. My bad. I always forget to say hit the thumbs up.
Hit the thumbs up, y'all. But you're not gonna fight Shakur for. Shakur, you're not gonna fight Navarrete. Just fight the winner of him and Baranchik. Simple as that. Why? What's with all this retirement shit?
But here's the thing, though. I've already seen the play. I understand what Bob's doing. Yeah. What he's doing is he's trying to have Lomachenko have a tough fight with George Kambosos because stylistically, George should be able to land shots on Loma. You know what I mean? They're both pocket fighters. They both use angles. So even though I think Loma's going to beat him, he still should have work put on him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then when you look at Navarrete, Denise, that's a hard fight for both of them dudes. The winner is going to be damaged. So you got 4 guys fighting for belts that are all going to be damaged regardless of the winners, right? Then you put Shakur in a gimme fight who has no damage. So now he has a significant advantage in a couple of months fighting the champion. Bob is trying to set it up so he has an easier time by making the other guys run through the gambit. But Shakur is too short-sighted to see the actual play.
Yeah. I mean, he wants it all like right now. Because
that's what I'm saying. It's all alleged. He's probably going to most likely come back.
Because let's say he got what he wanted and he fought Navarrete for the vacant WBO and managed to beat him. Well, then you got to deal with Baranchik after that at some point.
Yo, wait, this ain't true. He said Denise. Yo, Teach, you can hop on the panel because you're an oracle. You're the only one that believed Jaime Munguia can knock out John Ryder. He said Denise is short as Isaac Cruz. No, he's not. Denise is like 5'7". Isaac Cruz is like 5'4".
5'4", 5'3".
That motherfucker 5'1". I don't give a fuck what nobody says. If Tank is towering over you, you 5'1". Let me see. How tall do they have him listed? 5'4". That motherfucker ain't 5'4". Like,
yeah, because Rolly looked like a giant.
Compared to him, yeah.
I want to see the face off. Isaac Cruz.
They got it on boxing scene.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, they got photos.
Oh, you guys want to know something crazy? Guess what's happening now back in Japan?
That prize fighter thing?
Yeah, prize fighter.
Wait, what happened?
The prize fighter tournament going on in Japan. I think Matchroom is doing it.
I haven't heard about it.
Yeah. I don't recognize any of the. I think I recognize probably 2 fighters.
I know a couple of guys on in that card.
$1 million to the winner. 8-man tournament.
Yeah.
Well, cut out taxes. They're probably going to get $500,000, if not 750,000. So.
No, they're gonna get 50%. I don't know though. If you're fighting in Japan, I don't know. I don't know what Japan takes.
Oh wait, guys, you know what? There's going to be no undisputed at 135. You know why?
Huh?
Tank. He's got the WBA belt now.
Yeah, he ain't gonna fight nobody.
Oh, that's right. Well, unless he vacates, he'll probably vacate and do something else.
Do you think he'll really do that though?
I mean, who realistically does PBC have at 135 for him?
Nah, but he can hold the belt hostage, and they'll probably let him do it.
I certainly hope not. I mean, I hope the WBA will be gracious enough to either strip him or put him in recess.
They won't. I don't think they will.
All right, y'all chop it up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my BCAAs because Sweet Hands, little sugar paws. We ain't worried about him. We over here training for Reacher.
Bro, gotta stay spoiled, man.
I'm saying, just get on snack, man. Just get on snack.
But yeah, I don't see the WBA doing the right thing in this circumstance. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong, but from the looks of it, it seems like Tank is just going to hold that belt hostage and just keep fighting gimmies, man.
Why would he fight Rolly then? If let's say Rolly beats Pitbull, why would he just run it back and just get that strap?
Well, he could. I mean, he'd have to move up, and I thought that's honestly what he was going to do anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, he could do that. I mean, but then he'll have to make a choice because I don't think. I mean, it'll be outrageous because I think even they won't go as far. The WBA won't let him go as far as keeping 2 belts in 2 different weight classes. I think.
No, I mean they could because they've done that. Whatchamacallit? Who did that? What's his face? Who Tank beat him?
Barrios?
No. Oh my gosh, why am I missing his name?
Santa Cruz.
Yeah, Santa Cruz.
Yeah, because when he beat him, he actually got the title. He got the title back. I mean, because that somehow that was on like the 135 regular belt was on the line for that too. Make that make sense. Like what the hell? I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had a belt in 2 weight classes that was on the line. That was crazy.
Like yeah, so he got the 130-pound title back for that. Then I think he fought. Was it the Barrios fight after that? But I think he literally had all 3 belts at once. He had 2 Reggies at 135 and 140, then the 130, the actual 130 belt, and all WBA titles. And I think that's when they gave him an ultimatum. You got to keep one, and he just chose to keep the 135 Reggie title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think now he's the full WBA champion.
He is. Yeah, the elevator. Yeah, when Devin vacated the elevator, which I knew that was going to happen anyway. So I figured.
So that's what I'm saying. This fight with Pitbull Cruz and Rolly is probably peculiar because I mean I think that's the full title as well. So he'll probably just run it back with one of those guys, whoever wins.
They're gonna run it back with the winner. That's what I think. That's gonna be the next play. Whoever wins will be Tank's next opponent.
What about Barroso? How's he fall into the mix?
He doesn't.
I don't know, man. He's sparking people in the first round.
I mean, he should get his shot, but honestly, like I'd be surprised if that fight gets ordered.
Yo, AJ, you watch anime, right?
I watch my fair share. Which one you thinking of?
Because tell me Barroso, that name doesn't sound like a character that would be a One Punch Man.
You know what he does?
It sounds like a straight anime character name, Barroso.
Nani?
This man fucking 65 years old, knocking people out in the first round. Gosh damn.
My
Bro, it's
man's
like,
a
I'm not-
chain smoker. He's a chain smoker and just knocking people out.
Is he really?
No, I'm joking. That's a joke.
I was about to say that'd be even more terrifying. Shit, he's smoking cigarettes doing that shit.
He's smoking cigarettes in between rounds.
I mean, I feel bad for Hart, bro. He literally got knocked out in the first round by a pensioner. I mean, that's I mean, shit.
Bro, that's like the saddest thing.
Poor guy, man. I felt for him after too, man. I don't want to try to make fun of him. I mean, I thought he'd win. Like, the notification popped up, Tony, your channel. Barroso knocks out Davies first. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Are you serious?
I wasn't expecting that.
We got look at the picture. We got Cali in the building. You over there snorting that cocaine with David Benavidez.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Kell Brook too. Allegedly.
Yeah, Mark, I thought the same, bro. I thought he had the fight in the bag too.
I wonder if that's Mark.
Marky Mark?
Mark. You don't know Mark?
Oh, yeah, Mark. Yeah, I think he's been gone a while, man. I'm not sure if he's coming back. Yeah. Yeah, is that Mark? Yeah, Mark. Hey, is that you, man?
I don't know if that's Mark.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Mark or just another person named Mark. But he's got to be from the UK somewhere because only people from the UK know this guy.
I know Mark. I speak to him. I spoke to him several times on his channel. So I'm not. Mark, is this you, man? Mark, let us know if it's you. If it's you, man. Good. Hope you're doing well, bro.
Isn't he Eubank's promoter?
Yeah. They're trying to line up the Kell Brook fight, man.
Oh my gosh. Kell Brook beats Amir Khan and now he's big on himself. Like
he's talking about he hates Eubank more than Amir Khan. I was like, bro, come on, man. He's really trying to sell the fight now because they just had him on TalkSport talking about he's gonna fight. He's trying to come back to fight Eubank now. I'm like, oh great.
Listen, chocolate brownies. I'm gonna give him the chocolate brownies. Speaking of cocaine, that's another guy on cocaine.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Who the hell calls the fish? Who the hell calls the fish chocolate brownies though, man? Like that's weird.
I'm gonna feed you these chocolate brownies. Listen,
we all know what time Kell is on. I'm still disappointed in how everything is with him, man.
Yep, I'm ready. Terrence is ready. I'm ready, baby. Let's go, baby.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. If Kell Brook would have fought Terrence Crawford at 154, I think the fight would have played out completely different.
I think so. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Listen,
right.
if he never fought Triple G, Kell Brook would have had a much better career.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
100%. I think, honestly, I think the Spence fight would have turned out differently if that never happened.
Yep.
I mean,
because he could have been unified, and that's what I understand. That's what I still don't understand why he wanted to cash himself out in that Triple G fight as opposed to being unified. He could have had 2 titles.
I think he was set to fight Jesse Vargas, was he not?
Yes, and then it fell through, and then he got the Triple G fight. I was like, no, man, that was going backwards. You should have just become unified because he was number 1 at the welterweight at that time. He was the number 1 welterweight on the planet.
In the world, Mayweather had retired.
Tony, you could be right because 154, Kell was he was a big. I mean, because in the fight before that when he fought Mark, what's his name, Mark DeLuca,
knocked him.
Was that his name, Mark DeLuca, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he looked great. That was probably like the best he ever looked, in my opinion.
Even when he fought Zarafa, he felt he was looking good too.
Yep.
But yeah, Kell, that's the thing about it. You can't put on all this muscle and then lose it all immediately and then think you're going to perform the same. And I mean, truth be told, in both fights against Triple G, he was beating him till he got his eye broke. Against Errol Spence Jr., he was beating him till he got his other eye broke. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the dribble. He even bladed his nose.
yeah, if Kell would have went up to 160 and had a few tune-ups in between,
yeah,
he would have been much better if he would have acclimated to the weight.
Yeah, you don't just make that jump against the guy like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
No,
that's crazy.
Honestly, he should have fought like Smith at 154, and that would have been like a good fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a real good fight.
Oh, what is Liam gonna do now, man? What's going on with him?
Apparently, he's trying to see what happens with Liam Shiraz. I don't know. Yeah, Hamza Shiraz and Liam Williams, and see who wins that. Or he's trying to get Eubank to fight him in a trilogy.
Wow, because he already fought Liam Williams twice, so
he'll lose to Eubank in the trilogy. He should have lost the first fight. Like he was getting outboxed the entire time until he caught him with that elbow and then changed everything.
Well, no, until
he's trying to say it's 1-1. So
yeah, until Chris, the match was going Chris' way until he got in the corner and thought he was Roy Jones too much, and
no, he was Roy Jones. He was Roy Jones in that corner.
More like Diet Roy. Roy Zero.
Yeah, I mean he pulled a Roy in a Tarver fight. That's what happened.
Can't nobody fight like Roy but Roy. You got to be extremely gifted to fight like him.
Oh yeah, that is Mark. Hey, what's up, man? Okay, Mark. Yeah, take care, bro, for sure. Good looking, man. Good to see you.
Mark?
I think it is. Yeah.
Anyways, appreciate the content, boys. I'm gonna put my head down. Take care and God bless. I didn't know that was Mark. Oh shit. Where the fuck is the channel? What happened? I don't know if he's already gone, but I just want to say, what happened? Where did Unrivaled go? What happened? You know what? Your girl might have made him quit making content.
Who me?
Yeah, your girl.
Who's my girl? Who you talking about?
Chan.
Oh, Chan. Oh, hey.
She may have been the reason why he quit making content. Because I remember, like, way back, she put out some bullshit about him being racist or some shit. And then it was like he just quit making videos.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Like that dude was anything but racist. So
yeah, shit.
Bro, all I know, and I have nothing against Anthony Joshua. Okay, I like AJ. But if motherfucking Sir Francis Ngannou knocks him the fuck out, I am going to be going around making my rounds collecting tears from so many people.
Bro, he won't be able to walk the streets of London no more because remember he was getting clowned on the college kids and he pulled up on them? It's going to be even worse.
I mean, well, that's a bad look though, man. I mean, Joshua has to win, man. He's got to win. Like there's no arguments about it. He has to beat Ngannou.
Even if he gets knocked down, it's still gonna look bad too.
Yeah, I mean, because like just his critics are just gonna be waiting to tear his ass apart. I mean, they're gonna be looking just for any mistakes he makes in his fight. So
here's the thing: if Francis lands, I don't think he gets up. I think Francis will put him down and he'll stay down. And if Francis can land on Tyson Fury, he's going to be able to land on Anthony Joshua. It's just, can he take the shots that AJ hits him with? Y'all are on mute if y'all are talking. Y'all both kind of went on mute.
Yeah, I was on mute. I don't think one could say, does AJ, like, because we're still questioning his heart, right? I mean, he showed some heart in the auto fight, I guess, but one still questions if he still has like pop on his punches anymore. I mean, because he's knocking people out, right? Technically, but it hasn't been like impressive knockouts.
Yeah,
apologies, gents. Had to talk to my bro right quick. What were y'all saying?
No, we were just talking about like AJ's power. If Ngannou can actually take what he's going to be hit with.
Yeah.
Because the only concern that I have about Ngannou going into this fight is I saw an interview, and I don't remember who it was with, but Ngannou said Fury was the hardest punches he ever felt in his career. And that concerns me when you're getting in there with a guy like AJ. You know what I mean? Because I don't care. Fury don't hit like AJ.
No, he doesn't.
So I think it's gonna be one of them things. Who can land clean first, and how durable is Ngannou, and how much did he learn from fighting Tyson Fury?
I think it might be similar to Ruiz Joshua 1, if any day.
What, he underestimated him?
Oh no, he's not going to do that.
No, he's not going to underestimate him. I think he's just going to probably try to blitz him, and then AJ's going to get tired.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing I will say about Ngannou. He's got longer arms than AJ, and he's a very good counterpuncher. Because that fucking left hook, he kept timing that very well against Fury. And he can fight in both stances. He can go southpaw, he can go traditional, and he can switch at any point in time and still be just as good in either, like a Terrence Crawford. Not saying for the haters out there that he's as good as Crawford, but he can switch, and he doesn't lose his balance.
I think we're reading too much. Are we?
Into Ngannou?
I mean, just based off that one fight?
No. I don't think you can. And I've said this, and I'm going to say it again. I don't know any male tennis players, right? But I know Serena, okay? AJ, if you've never played tennis before and you go in there and arguably beat Serena the first time you ever pick up a tennis racket, I'm going to say you're probably one of the best tennis players in the world, regardless how much experience you have. If you go in there and out-golf Tiger Woods, arguably beat him, and the first time you ever grab a golf club, I'm going to say you probably one of the best golfers in the world. If you could go LeBron on the court, I'm going to say you probably one of the best NBA players in the world.
To be fair, when he was in UFC, I mean, he's just known to be busy with his hands. This is what I'm saying. He's not a grappling dude. He just always got busy with his hands, even though it's MMA, it's heavyweight, MMA, right? And the heavyweights, they really just be standing and banging. So, one could say he has the experience.
Yeah, I mean, like what I heard what you saying, totally. I mean, I get the comparisons, I do. I mean, but it's just that with this Tyson fight, I just think there was a lot of variables that were not taken into account. Like, I think Tyson didn't take the match seriously, personally. I don't know if he trained for 12 weeks like you said. I don't think he did, but I think he overlooked him entirely, and he was expecting an easy night's work for the most part. I mean, but even if that's the case, like when you got dropped, that should have woken you up like immediately and be like, okay, this dude is serious. I got to get rid of him. Kind of like Apollo did Rocky in the first film. He got put down in the first round. Then he outboxed and was beating the brakes off his ass for the rest of the fight.
Was he? Because last time I remember, Apollo lost that first fight. That's why he wanted the rematch. He won on the scorecards.
No. But he still beat the brakes off Rocky though. Literally, he just couldn't get rid of him.
Oh yeah, that's Rocky's thing. He like takes mad punishment before he starts bringing it to you.
His offense is catching your punches with his face.
That's what I'm saying. He should have never. I feel like Drago should have beat him because there ain't no way Rocky should have been able to withstand those punches.
No. That's why it's a movie, bro.
I get it. That's a joke. Yeah.
Remember though, after that fight, he had brain damage, and he can never fight again.
Yeah,
but he still did his
he did.
Old man,
he did beat Antonio Tarver. So yeah.
He did.
Came back 60 some odd years old, like 63. Put them beats on Tarver. But anyways, back to the point. The thing about Ngannou was this. I don't believe it was a fluke. I don't believe Tyson Fury took him lightly because every single person around Tyson Fury all said he took him serious. All said he was in training camp. Fury,
but that's what yes men say.
No. It wasn't just yes men. Tom Askren from the UFC, he's real good friends with Fury, and he said he saw him in training camp training for Ngannou. So the thing about it is this is what I look at. Like they say, styles make fights. Tyson Fury lately has relied on jab, jab, lay, jab, jab, lay. He likes to lean on you, put his weight on you, and tire you out by his fat ass, right? The problem with Ngannou is he completely counters that. For the first time, Tyson Fury fought a guy who was damn near the same weight as him. Fury was like 278. Ngannou was 272. Pure muscle. Whenever they clinched, he ragdolled Fury. Fury couldn't control him, couldn't lay on him. He was too weak. And what I'm saying is, we could be seeing history in the making. If AJ loses, then Ngannou gets the rematch with Fury next, and he could potentially be undisputed in 3 fights.
Still picking Fury to beat Usyk, huh?
I'm sorry, who?
It's not looking good for Fury.
It ain't.
Who was that guy that you said? I don't know that name.
Oh, you gonna know him after February 17th.
The undisputed lineal champion of the world, Alexander
Alexander!
Usyk.
Yeah, you're right. He was undisputed lineal at like middleweight, right? That's what we're talking about.
Oh, so he's a middleweight now. Oh, now he's a middleweight now. That's what we're doing.
Look,
I mean, you know what? It's sad because if Fury loses, bro, you got beat by middleweight, just like you said.
right?
So you should have.
That's true.
You should have stopped that shit and not even mention that at all.
I will say this: if Fury loses to Usyk, he loses his ATG status. And I'm going to say this: there is an argument that can be made that no heavyweight from the past, outside of like a Mike Tyson or a George Foreman that has a lot of power, could beat Fury due to his length and his size and his weight, because he's going to be huge next to guys of past eras. However, if Usyk can beat him, then that proves the smaller heavyweights of yesteryears could beat him.
Well, I think the smaller heavyweights of yesteryear. What the hell did I just say? I was about to say yesteryear. Wait. I think the smaller heavyweights of yesteryear can beat him now. I've always thought that. I mean, because look how much. Because he admitted, look how much trouble a guy like Stephen Cunningham gave him. He said that was his toughest fight, and that dude's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, but he knocked him out in the 7th round.
He did.
He did.
No, he did. But if you compare Steve Cunningham to the smaller guys of the past, like those guys are, just top. Like, come on, man. I mean, like Ali, just everybody else. I think I'd like the chances against Fury. Hell yeah, I would.
I'm curious. I want to see how much Cunningham came into the Fury fight.
I think it was 214, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Shout out to Angelo Leo. He's going to come back.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I'm watching his fight right now.
Oh, he's on Pro Box, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was fights going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not subscribed to Pro Box. I probably got to change my mind. Romero was on the card.
He was 210.
210. Okay, not 214. Got it. For sure.
But he's like, what, 6'2"? 6'3". Okay. So Cunningham was 6'3", 210. Usyk 6'3", going to be around 220-ish. Bro, I just don't see it, man. I think Usyk gonna have the same problem that Cunningham did.
Hey, man, we've been boxing. Boxing is a strange old game, man. We've seen strange before several times. Anything can happen.
I don't see a human beating a walrus. I just don't see it.
Hey, man,
that motherfucker.
I want to put money on money.
I want to say that AJ and Dubois, they were both like good fights for Usyk to deal with somebody who's like physically bigger than him.
Yeah,
but both of them are significantly smaller than Fury.
Isn't AJ like what, 6'6"? And then Dubois is like 6'5".
Yeah,
Fury's what? I mean, it says he's listed at like 6'8", 6'9", but realistically, he's probably like 6'7".
Here's the problem. When AJ fought Usyk, he was only like 237. Okay, I'm not talking about the height. I'm talking about the weight. So he was like 237 because that was slim AJ that I said was the biggest mistake he ever made in his career. And now he realized that after going to Derek.
It was slim AJ in the second fight, no? Or was it big? Yeah. Wasn't he bigger? Oh, okay.
But Usyk is not dumb. He fully knows well the Fury size of what he's planning to do. I think he's fully prepping for that.
Yeah, you could prep for a grizzly bear all you want, but once he grabs your ass, there ain't no preparation that can help you with that.
Fury's not a grizzly bear. He's like a teddy bear.
He's the size of a grizzly bear.
Like the size of a huge teddy bear.
Listen, all I gotta say, if as Usyk drops him, that's it for Fury.
Yeah, it might be a wrap. I mean, that could happen. I honestly could see that happening.
Well, even if he drops him, that's not it, because Fury comes back from being dropped every single time.
No, I'm saying I think Fury is now on his way down, so he's getting diminished.
He's on the decline.
If he gets hit by Usyk and gets dropped, it's not going to be a good look for Fury.
Bro, if Jai Pattaya is dropping you in sparring, like, nah, man. Like,
Yeah, they said
that's what I'm saying.
Of course it's not true.
Opataya's team came out and said it wasn't true.
Because they don't want Opataya to get blacklisted. That's why.
Of course. Yeah, they doing damage control.
What happened was Opataya was only there for 5 days because the fight with Breedis got made during that time, and sparring Tyson Fury doesn't help him prepare for Breedis. So he left camp to do training camp for Breedis.
After dropping him?
No. I don't believe that shit.
Yeah, you know what it is.
They kicked him out. They kicked him out.
I know it's hard to believe, but
they sent him back in. Yeah, they kicked him out.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, man, you dropped you got to go, bro. Sorry. Like, can't be here no more.
I don't believe Opataya dropped him. I just don't believe that shit. Because, I mean, we talking about headgear and big gloves on top of it. Like, I don't believe that shit.
Nah, but Tony, like, on February 18th, on February 18th, when Usyk wins, I'm sure you're gonna do a post-fight review, and you're gonna open that video, and you're gonna see like dozens of comments. Told you so. Haha. That's what you get. That's right. I
am fine with that. It has came at me before. Let me tell you. This is why I will not bet against Tyson Fury. He has gypsy magic. And what I mean by that is, before I said Tyson Fury would lose to Dillian White, right? And I said that for years. And I really wanted to change my pick after I saw Dillian White hugging him and laughing with him. I'm like, this ain't the same dude. He ain't got the killer instinct. But anyway, I digress. The point is this. Ever since I got that prediction wrong, it has been wrong. Like, I have gotten so many wrong since that, and that was the catalyst that started. He put that fucking gypsy magic on me, and now my picks have been very sporadic.
So it's the gypsy curse.
That, I was like 98% right.
So it's the gypsy curse.
It's the gypsy curse.
Listen, man, you gotta talk to Pacquiao's mom. You know what I'm saying? So how she did to Tim Bradley. That's what's about to happen.
I need to go swimming in that salt water that healed his shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. Yep, swim in the salt water.
You know, Tony, it's funny you mentioned that because I wanted to change my mind too. I just got the sense that, like, you know, even though I was pissed, because I view the blame for this. I was mostly rolling with White to win. You convinced me because I was still high off the Kambosos TL prediction, like you made for that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm rolling with Dylan for this.
No, I
just got the sense during fight week that he wasn't going to pull it off. But I was already stuck in anyway because I'd made a bet, and you know, I was invested. So I didn't change my mind.
I didn't change my mind either because it had been 3 years that I had been saying that Dillian White would beat him due to the body work. And after 3 years of picking Dillian White, and then I saw that press conference, I was like, do I swallow my pride and just say, yeah?
Well, I mean, it's disappointing because the press conference is what I was looking forward to the most because I thought they was going to be like really going at each other. I thought that was going to be better than the fight itself because they've had nothing nice to say in the past about each other. I mean,
yeah, because he trained with them. Yeah, so I knew it was about to be a wrap for Dylan. I was like, because I still think Povetkin kind of took the best out of him, even though he won in the rematch. That was like that was pinnacle Dylan White we saw.
Even though he ran it back and won the rematch, that wasn't the same Povetkin. I think he was worse coming off COVID, and then he got older and stuff.
Yeah,
but I'm just factoring that in. Even though he did beat him.
You gotta look at it like this, just like with Eubank. Smith, Dillian White was dominating him before he got called.
That's true. He was winning the first fight before he got called.
That's true.
I think like Tony, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you both this. When in 2019, when I think Dillian White called out Fury, then he said he was going to make it for the diamond belt, and then Fury doubled back and changed his mind. Do you think he would have had a chance of beating him then if they had fought back in like 2019?
I don't know. I really don't know. The problem is Dillian White has a light switch, and it's called the uppercut. And
That's his kryptonite.
Yeah, if you can hit him, he can take every shot but the uppercut.
Yeah,
and
I barely have any boxing experience except the heavy bag and just maybe like just some sparring here and there, maybe 2 sparring sessions. All I got to do is go out there and hit him with an uppercut. He's done.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't know. I still had questions about him post his AJ loss. Because that was like, I mean, even though that was a while ago, I felt like there was still more for him to do to like have like marquee names that he can actually beat.
Yeah, because he was chasing Wilder for a while after that.
That's what I'm saying. I think personally, if he would have got Wilder like around the same time Luis Ortiz got Wilder, he probably could have beat Wilder.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he beat Wilder no matter when they fought.
Yeah,
I think he beat Wilder today, right now, because here's the thing, like. I picked Wilder before this last Parker performance to beat AJ only because AJ looked very hesitant to let his hands go. And if you're hesitant to let your hands go against Wilder, you're done because he's going to hit you. And he's going to throw all caution to the wind if you're not giving nothing back. But the fact of the matter remains, against current or ex-champions, he's 1-3, okay? He's only won 33% of his fights against current or ex-champions. The 3 champions that he fought was Thurman. He beat him. He lost to Fury, and I'm not doing like duplicate fights. And then he lost to Joseph Parker. That doesn't look good. Against top 10 fighters, he's 2 of 4. So he's 50% against top 10 fighters, and he's 1-3 against current or ex-champions. So when you look at him on the upper echelon, he's just not good. He's just
he never was. He never was. I mean, he was always limited. I mean, it's funny because, Tony, you mentioned that, like how you just said AJ is hesitant to let his hands go. Well, what did Wilder do in the Parker fight?
Yeah,
like he barely threw a fucking punch.
He did because he was confused. He didn't know what to do to stop the overhand right, the slip. Like, Parker was dead open for a step back uppercut, too. Like,
he was.
Because he just was swinging like this, coming over. Like, he had no defense to his chin. And it's like whenever Wilder was going to the partner, there was the corner, there was no feedback. None.
I mean, and it's not like Wilder didn't hit him at all. He did, but just the right hand didn't have the effect at all. It was like there was no power behind it at all.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Parker, while he has been stopped, I mean, Joe Joyce had to literally beat the brakes off of him to get him out of there. And so Parker's chin has been tested, it has been weighed, and it's been proven to be durable. And I mean, Wilder didn't even hurt him, not one. Well, he did hurt him. He did hurt him. I take that back. It was like the ninth round.
When he did?
I want to say it was like the 9th round that he called him and had him wobbled a little bit. But throughout the whole fight, outside of that one time, he didn't do nothing to him. And that's the thing. Like, when you look at real power, you have to judge it off of elite fighters. Can they knock out elite fighters? And what he's never done that.
He's never done that.
He can't.
No.
The best 2 fighters he fought was Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker, and he couldn't knock out either one of them. So I don't see this legendary power. Like I see a guy who can hit hard, but for people to say he's one of the hardest hitters ever,
no.
I mean, I just look at his quality of opposition. Do we not believe that Mike Tyson would knock out every single person that he fought?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yep.
Probably in the first round.
What about George Foreman? Would he have knocked out every single person?
Of course.
Yep.
Or let's go to the guy that all the fighters from back in the day said was actually the hardest puncher they ever fought, who never had a title.
Ernie Shavers.
Yep. What do you think Shavers?
Yep. Of course.
I mean, I honestly felt to my day, it's still astonishing how Larry Holmes got up from that shot.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. I mean, any heavyweight today that it gets hit with a shot like that, they're out cold. Like they're done. But not Larry.
I would even say Holyfield would knock out all his opponents.
Yep.
I mean, that's a strong possibility. What about like Lennox Lewis?
Him too.
Yep, him too. And Vladimir, both brothers. Both
Klitschko brothers.
So that's what I'm saying. When I look at Wilder compared to the other hard, even like a Samuel Peters, like
Him
too. Yeah.
I see a guy who can hit hard. There's no doubt in that he can hit hard. But when it comes to proving chins, I don't see this mythical power.
I'll even throw this out there. Andrew Galata.
Oh, shit. But hide your nuts.
That's exactly what I mean.
That was both of my bad. That was both of that hitting the nuts, not Galata. Right?
No, Galata did too. You did too.
Oh, it was Galata. Okay, then I'm right. Yeah, that's the guy.
It was him. It was him. Yeah, it was him.
3 cups for.
Bro, I remember watching the Legendary Nights episode that covered those fights.
Uh-huh.
Like the referee, I forget his name, who ref the first fight when the riot broke out. I said, Andrew, I said, if you hit him low one more time, it's over. Do you understand? He looked at me and said, yes, I do. Went right back out there, hit him low.
I just don't understand what he was on, man. He had to just be, I don't know I don't even know what you call like him as a fighter.
I mean, well, like the thing is, like I forget where I see this, but I saw I was on a channel, I forget which one, but the guy was saying like how I guess somebody said that he used to suffer from like panic attacks or something, like during fights, like he just would just go into this like fear factor mode, and he would just do shit. I remember just when fights got to, he would just do shit that would get him disqualified or whatever. It was so weird. I mean, like with the both fights, then like of course when people fought back and weren't scared of him, he would resort to all this like these fouling tactics. Well, I remember one time he bit a guy. Then in the Michael Grant fight, he was doing a bunch of dirty shit and fouling there and stuff, So the guy was, man, he was on one for sure. Shame, because I mean, but the both fights he was clearly winning. He didn't even need to do that shit on.
That's what I'm saying. He could have been champion. Oh my goodness.
He could have been, but his motto was, "You might win tonight, but I'm in your fucking bloodline, so I will."
Exactly. Yep.
Wasn't he like South African?
He was Polish.
No, yeah, he was Polish.
I got both was South African.
Yeah, both. He was the White Buffalo. He fought
the
Tyson.
White Rhino.
The White Rhino. Yeah, White Rhino.
Yeah.
Y'all know Joseph Parker fought him?
I did not.
Yeah, that was for the WBA Oceania title.
He was ancient at that stage. like I can't believe
who fought? Somebody fought David Tua. Who fought David Tua? Was it Solomon Hamano or somebody? I forget who.
Hold on. David Tua never become a champion, did he?
No. He got like all the Australian, like all the like Asian titles. Like he was like WBA Oceania champion, all these different things. Like he had minor titles.
Let's see. Is it one of his later fights?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Last 2 fights: Alexander Ustinov, Monty Barrett, Demetrius King, Friday, Shane Cameron, Saul Montana, Cerrone Fox. Let's see.
I might be thinking of Shane Cameron, probably.
Probably him. Probably him. Nice. Never stopped either. Never knocked out. Yeah, Tua.
Yeah. Tua was that guy, man. That's why. Yeah, Tua was that guy. That's why I call like Upataya. He's like a cruiserweight Tua.
The Opatayanator.
Yeah, I need him to get the same haircut though. If he had that haircut, that would be legendary.
Now, honestly, Jay Opataya kind of scares me because I remember I came across a boxing. I think I mentioned this before. I came across a boxing article on boxing. Dude, he's looking like a psycho in one of the photos.
He has crazy eyes. Like you don't want to look at him in the face. He just has that type of face where it's just like, yo, something's not right upstairs with homeboy.
I don't know, man. I still think Breed is the better fighter.
No, I'll give you that. In a lot of respects.
Jai's going to beat him again this time by stoppage, I think. So
Yeah, it's gonna. Breedis is on his. This is his cash out. He might have to cash out with this.
Breedis is old. He ain't fought since that. He ain't fought in
He's
God knows
probably,
how long.
39? Is he 39 yet?
Turning 39 this year.
Yeah.
He ain't fought since that loss, and like Jai's been looking good, even though the opposition
Alpataya is looking like he's about to unify all the belts at cruiser. I hope he does. I really hope he does.
My opinion, he's the best. He's the best cruiserweight in the division right now.
Potentially.
Well, who else
Because
is better?
who's there? It's just Richard Reactpour, Chris Billum-Smith, and
Jai would be both of them, in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
I think he's gonna have his hands full with Billum-Smith because Billum.
Oh hell no.
Hey, he finally stopped boring ass Coley. He finally stopped the Coley.
Well, yeah,
that's what I'm happy about. But Richard also Reactpour beat Billum-Smith, and I mean that was a competitive fight. Don't get me wrong, but
Jai's a different animal.
Yeah, Jai's a different animal.
He's a different beast.
He's knocking out all the UK dudes right now. So he's added more UK dudes to his list.
And here's how I know, because Ben Shalom pulled out Reactpour in a purse bid against Opataya when he was his mandatory challenger. So what does that tell you?
Wait, say that again?
Ben Shalom pulled out Richard Reactpour. There was a purse bid supposed to go. Like Richard Reactpour was Joe Opataya's mandatory challenger. And the purse bid was due to go to head. He pulled him out literally hours before it started.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yes, he did.
They messed that up too. I don't know why Reactpour didn't just go after the WBA route. Why would he? Because he was trying to line up, I think around COVID time, they were trying to line up the WBA showdown, but it just didn't materialize. Like, I thought Reactpour would be a champ before CBS.
Yep, he did. Yeah, that would bother me if a guy becomes champion before me. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, I beat you. How you champ before me?
Yeah, I beat you years ago, bro. How the hell you get a belt? It's kind of like the same thing that happened with what's his name, Luis Alberto Lopez. He lost to a top ranked fighter. I think I love the guys, but he lost to a fighter early on, and this guy's not a champion, and Lopez is. What's the guy's name? That's fucking with my head now. What's his name? But anyway, fellas, next year I want Inoue to take care of business. Maybe have 1-2 more fights this year, and go up and fight Lopez for that 126 belt. What y'all think?
I mean, he really doesn't have nothing to do where he's at. Like, the only
we
person...
We fight Luis Neri in May. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I know he's fighting Neri, but
yeah,
I don't really care about that. And then he's got MJ. Like, really, truthfully, and he don't even need to have to beat MJ because he already beat the guy that beat MJ.
True.
What's about to be crazy? All right, hear me out. This might be wild, but I think was what they're trying to do. I don't know if you know this, but Tenshin Nasukawa, the guy who lost to Floyd Mayweather, but is still a big kickboxer star in Japan. He's a boxer now. So they might try. He's 3-0 right now. He just got his first knockout. They're trying to say they might try to line that up with Inoue and him at some point.
He's got a long way to go, man. That's not, man. I know he would massacre that guy.
Yeah, whenever Floyd can knock you out and Floyd can't knock nobody out, you ain't getting in there with a
Yeah, nah, man. And plus, he's 3-4. Like, how many fights is he gonna need to build himself up for a fight like that? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
by the time
they're gonna speedball him in that division probably.
The only other
thing I could think, they're probably gonna fast track him. So probably by the time he's like maybe 12-0 or something like that, they'll probably try to line it up.
I mean, but is Inoue gonna even be there by that time? Will he move up?
Probably, because we're thinking, because Tenshin's he's solid. He can move up too. So at some point, they're gonna line up that fight. I know for sure they're gonna line it up.
We'll see. Well, I mean, we'll wait. See it. We'll wait. Tenshin fighting that. Was he?
He's in the same weight class as Inoue right now.
Oh, he's 122.
Yeah.
Okay. What if Inoue stays there? I mean, possibly, but I don't see him sticking around. I think he's going to take care of Neri, then MJ, then move up.
I don't even know why he didn't just go ahead and move up. Like, you already beat the champions.
I'll tell you why. He's fighting Neri because I thought he was banned from Japan, which is funny, but I think that due to who's the guy Neri fought years ago that he came in overweight for and was tested positive, or he tested for PEDs. What the hell's that guy's name? Damn, it's killing me.
I don't remember.
But him beating that guy, him testing positive for Pez, and him beating him in a rematch because he purposely came in overweight and just steamrolled him in like 2 or 3 rounds, I think. Then that pissed off in a way, and he actually wanted to fight Neri after that to teach him a lesson.
Right.
So because now he's allowed to come back to Japan, so I guess the ban was lifted. So I think that the Japanese want to know who to fuck this guy up. so I think that's why he's fighting Neri.
I mean, I don't see this fight being competitive.
No, I don't either. But it is what it is. He can stay busy with him, take care of him, just get vengeance for his friend or for the Japanese people, and then just move on to MJ. Then that's it.
He said, can't sleep back. Yo, are you Mark? Is this Mark? I just want to know, are you Mark? Just say yes if you are Mark. If you're not Mark, then, carry on. I'm just curious. I don't know, man. Like, when I think of Neri, I still think about how Brandon Figueroa beat the brakes off of him.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think about how Fulton and Figueroa had, and I'm not doing a triangle theory, but I'm just thinking in my mind, like, you got the brakes beat off of you by Figueroa. Figueroa had a war with Fulton, and it arguably could have went either way. And then Fulton was non-competitive against Inouye, and that was a better Fulton. So I see Neri going to sleep. Now Neri has power. He has power. You got to say he's got power. He can punch, but
I think he's also was mandatory too. He worked his way up, so he's mandatory more or less.
Is he still training with Canelo's team?
No. He left a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not with them anymore at all. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Unless Inouye gets caught, that's the only chance Neri has. Like, he has to catch him. And then I don't know though. I've never seen Inouye hurt. Like, have we ever seen him hurt?
In the Donaire fight, the first one, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Was he hurt?
He was.
Yeah, he was. He in the first Donaire fight. Yeah.
I think. So Donaire caught him with a right hook that staggered him, and he was holding Donaire for life. So that got him good. Then, like at the end of the fight, I think
man, I'm gonna look at the highlights because I don't.
He caught him with a left hook that kind of staggered, like stopped him as well because he was going for.
Donaire one. Yeah. Let's do highlights. I know he got his shit broken that fight, but let me see here. I'm just gonna watch in the background. What's going on? Welcome to the panel. You're muted if you're talking. We're gonna see it.
No, I know I was muted. How's it going, Tony?
Oh, that is Mark. Gosh damn.
I thought that was the other Mark.
No, that's Mark.
Mark. What's up, Mark?
Yeah, it's a common name, isn't it? It's like it's.
What's up, Mark? Mark and AJ? I don't think we've ever met or spoken. What's going on?
No, we spoke.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, plenty of times.
You are. So you are Mark. My bad.
Unrivaled boxing talk.
Oh yeah. What's up? Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry, you sound a little different. Didn't recognize you there.
I don't know. I've always sounded kind of Irish, I suppose.
Yeah, now can I hear you? My bad. Just ain't heard your voice in a while. So.
Yo, I'm looking at the highlights. I don't see Inouye holding on for dear life.
I swear he got caught with a right hook and he was holding. I'm
looking at the highlights right now. Like, I remember.
He held. Is this the Donaire fight?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. There was one when Donaire landed a hook. He held, but it wasn't a hold on for dear life. It was a clench. It wasn't a hold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't ever remember him holding on for dear life. Like, I saw this fight because I remember Donaire clipped him and he started bleeding real bad. It's whenever he broke his orbital bone. But I don't remember him ever holding on for dear life.
I know he got caught and he was holding. That's what I know. And I don't recall which round it was. Maybe it was one of the mid rounds. I can't recall, but I remember.
I'm looking. I don't see it in the highlights. And you would think they would highlight.
I'll try to find it. I'll go back and watch. I'll see. Maybe it's in the highlights.
Yeah, well, I'm watching the highlights right now.
Yeah.
I remember watching this fight. I remember it. And I don't recall what you're talking about. I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Whether he held on or not, he showed a hell of a chin, right? He literally had his eye fractured.
He didn't go down,
and he didn't go down. He didn't quit, and he actually. Let's talk about holding on for dear life. Daenerys actually took a 10 count, and the ref let him continue on. I mean,
yeah.
Yes.
Whenever I hit to the stomach and dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Iceman.
there was a long count. There was.
Hey, I'll be right back.
You guys watching the Ben fight this weekend?
Which one?
Ben Dobson.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Shit, that's
oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's the pinnacle of sports entertainment. Connor and Dobson. That's everything dreams are made of, right?
Yep.
I might skip it. Who knows? We'll see.
Ammo Williams is on the card too, though.
Oh wow, Ammo Williams is on the card.
Yep.
Either co-main or what?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wow, he's the co-main in Vegas. Amazing. That's really terrible. That's a really terrible card, isn't it?
It was. I mean, it was shaping up. I thought the Ammo versus McKenna might have been pretty good, but McKenna is not on the card anymore.
I just want to say this has nothing.
There's another Irish guy actually. Sorry,
hold
McKenna.
on. Pause the whole conversation. This has nothing to do with boxing. This right here is the best hand soap you will ever use in your life. It's Dove antibacterial hand soap. This shit makes my fucking fingers feel like they were walking on clouds, like angels just nourished my fingers. This is the fountain of youth, and it's antibacterial. Look, product placement, Dove, pay me. All right, I'll be right back.
Man told you got to use foam soap, man. That's what I use. Foam soap is where it's at.
Oh, I'm telling you, AJ, it's like pure lotion. It feels like lotion on your hands. Like my hands are not dry. They feel great. Oh, nice. Man, they feel wonderful.
Your Dove, they do make good products. I do.
Man, they got my calluses going away. That's kind of a bad thing, but you know, look at his hand. That Dove taking care of the calluses. It's so smooth. Feels so good.
I think Bawatsi Aziz is this weekend. That's on.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. You know what makes me upset about that though?
What's that?
Because Anthony Yard, he's coming back right with a fight against like a nobody, and he's not even calling those guys out. It's like every time no, he's not. It's like every time he steps up, he gets beat, right? And then he just goes back down all the way to like cab driver status. He never fights anybody who's like even European level.
Praga, that was my point about him too. I noticed that as well. Like he just scrapes the bottom of the barrel for
and he's about to be like 32, I think, 33 or something. It's like, bro, you're running out of time because he could have easily, like, you know, probably has to wait until Bivol or Beterbiev moves up to get a strap. But it's like, or he himself goes up to cruiserweight and maybe tries to do something. But it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Who are you talking about? I'm sorry.
Anthony Yard.
Oh yeah, Yard.
This ain't your yard, boy.
This ain't your yard, boy.
Because he's fighting like some dude who's like 32-3 or something like that, but nobody's ever heard of this guy.
So here's my thing about Anthony Yard. He's never going to be a champion unless he gets rid of Tundi. And he's approaching the age of no return to where it's not going to matter if he gets rid of Tundi. Because in my opinion, Tundi should have never thrown in the towel against Beterbiev whenever they were fighting. He should have given his fighter the benefit of the doubt and seen if he could survive the old man and seen if Beterbiev would have like tired out.
Well, yeah, because he was going to cause the upset for sure. I believed he was going to win.
So
I really don't. I didn't. I'm messing around. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. But that's the second time. That's the second time this shit has happened because Buddy been throwing the towel too. I said I thought that was going to happen because Dadashev was Dadashev was his charge. So I said, Buddy gonna stop this. You're not gonna watch Callum get beat like this.
Yeah, but with Callum is different. Like he should have stopped it with Callum because Callum was dropped hard twice.
Yeah,
and he was just getting unloaded on. Whereas Anthony
he was getting better.
Anthony Yard was on his feet. And you had this old man who's blowing his load. Like, he is literally blowing his load trying to stop Yard. And if you could have just let your fighter, and it was close to the end of the round, if I remember correctly. So if you could have just let him survive, maybe come the next round, Yard would have been fine.
Maybe.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't.
How do you think he would be at cruiserweight?
Worse.
He'd be a fish out of water at cruiserweight. He's not long
so.
enough. He's too short.
Well, he's 6 foot. I mean, yeah, I guess a lot of them dudes are like 6'3", 6'4" plus, but
I think he could beat the WBC champion right now, at least.
Who's that? Noah Gavor, right?
Yeah, he could be him.
Yeah.
Probably, but like the rest of them, no. Wait, Noel Gavor is the WBC champion, right?
Yeah, he is. He just beat Makabu in a mismatch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Yard could beat him. Did you guys ever see Gavor like fight against Breedis, like prime Breedis, and get robbed? He got robbed.
Yeah, that was a good showing, man. It was.
Gavor can really box,
the Super Series, Series. Yeah.
Shit,
but he doesn't have that much pop. He doesn't have so much pop.
Anthony Yard is a young gatekeeper. Like, I don't think he's championship material. Like, and in cruiserweight, I mean, I don't know though, because like he's very muscular, but he doesn't look that much bigger to me when he's not fighting. You know what I mean? Like, he looks big because he's so lean, but whenever I see him like in the gym playing around on the pads, he doesn't look like he gains that much weight outside of fight competition. So I don't even know if he'd be big enough to be a cruiserweight.
The thing with cruiserweights is like they are heavyweights, but they're just really cut down to make 200. They're smaller heavyweights, but they are fair. Like, look at J.O. Pataya. It's like 6'3", long reach, walks around 220, comes down to 200, rehydrates 215. Yard's probably walking around 195 max. He probably is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mark. He doesn't look like one of them dudes who blow up outside of competition. Like, he doesn't look that big to me when he's fighting at 175 and when he's not. Like, there's very little gain. And like you said, yeah, all them cruiserweights, they're bridger weights. We'll call them bridger weights.
They're just light. Like, they're actually legitimately light heavyweights in the sense of they're heavyweights, but they're just lighter. They're not super.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. Y'all chop it up. I'm gonna see something. I'm getting hungry.
We'll see. Like I said, maybe his best bet is probably just waiting for Bivol.
I'd say his best bet's probably waiting for the title to go vacant over there.
Yeah,
because he ain't beat, just lost a better beat. He doesn't beat Bivol at all, in my opinion. So he probably just needs a 5 more vacant belt, wait for him to clear up.
That's pretty much all he can do.
Yep. I was hoping
couldn't he go after like a European title and like
that's what I'm saying.
He could build a bit of a following, build up some domestic level scraps for the European belt.
This is what I'm saying. He needs to fight the winner of Aziz versus Buatsi.
I agree. That's a good look.
Or he fights Callum Smith. Those are the two opponents he needs to target.
Callum's kind of like retired now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he sounded like he wanted to retire after the fight. I don't blame him.
Liam Smith said that he's retiring, so it seemed like he was all systems go with a retirement. So
he's trying to chase Eubank for a third fight right now. William Smith, that is.
But what is Yard on the he's on a card coming up. Which one is it? It's not the Boozy. It's another card. What's his name? Let me see. Let me try to find it.
Who's he fighting?
Some Eastern European cab driver, man. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, guy we never heard of.
I haven't looked, so I don't know who it is. I'll have a look now.
There's some Serbian guy who's like a 32 or 3 record, but he hasn't fought anybody himself.
Let's see.
You never know.
Marco Nikolic. Yeah, that's the guys. Yeah. What card is this?
that's
Oh,
what
the
I'm
college? Okay. Yeah, that's a score.
This Hamzat Shiraz and Liam Williams. Okay, he's on the undercard of that.
Oh,
For sure. Yeah.
No, that's actually not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good card.
February 10th. Okay.
That's a good step up for Shiraz, man.
For
And not bad,
Shiraz,
Liam Williams. Not bad.
Like Liam Williams gave Liam Smith hell at world level.
Yeah.
He gave Andre some good work, so he's not a complete scrub, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So he's tough. He can punch, comes forward, he's aggressive, so and he can switch stances a bit, which is kind of interesting. So that'll make things a little bit interesting.
I just wonder if he went back to dominant angle or if he's still training with Adam Booth.
I couldn't tell you. The training situation on these type of fighters is hard to keep up with at this stage.
He was with Adam Booth for the Eubank fight, but I think he was with Ingle for the Andre fight. So I think Ingle got the best side of him. So I'm hoping he's with Ingle for the Shiraz fight.
I would hope so as well, man, to be honest with you. Like, Ingle's tried and tested. I've never been a fan of Booth. Always thought, like, he's vastly overrated just by name association. But I've never been a fan of his training approach.
He just has a very particular training approach. You have to be a very fast and explosive fighter. That's what his style is built on. However, he doesn't have what we would call a style that produces longevity. All the fighters he's had who have that style, they haven't been champions for very long or haven't been at the top for very long after working.
Well, he's trying to copy it's interesting that Ingle's in this conversation, but he's trying to copy Brendan Ingle, Dominic's dad, with the Winkerbank style. That's what he's trying to do. He's pretty much trying to make everybody fight like Nas. And it doesn't work.
Oh, are you talking about Ingle or Adam Booth?
Booth. He's trying to copy the Winkerbank style, the original Winkerbank style. So, like,
hey, fellas, I got to dip out. Y'all take care, all right? Tell Tony I had to bounce. Y'all take it easy.
No worries. Yeah, because, I mean, I guess to date, one of his most successful fighters was David Haye in his prime. And it seems like everybody he's had since then were kind of built on like kind of a David Haye-esque style.
How many fights did he even have David Haye for? Was it 5?
No, he had David Haye pretty much his whole career.
His whole career? Wow.
Yeah.
So I had to catch him maybe, surprised.
Yeah. Haye only, like, I think they separated post the Tyson Fury fight. Like when Haye was supposed to fight Fury. He was still with Booth at that point. But then they separated after that fight then too.
Oh, I really thought David was with someone else before Booth.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, that was his golden boy for a long time.
Wow. I appreciate that. I've learned something new.
We had David and we had George Groves, and then now he has Josh Kelly and Felix Cash and all these guys. He had Eubank for like 2 fights.
Mm-hmm.
We lose AJ? He said he was leaving?
Yeah, he had a dip, yeah.
Yeah, I said this would probably end at 11, so we could end it here. Real fast though, Mark. What happened? Where your channel go? Why you quit YouTube?
Because it's shit.
Did it have anything to do with the person I mentioned earlier?
I didn't hear that part.
Let me see if I can scroll up. We'll put it. This person.
No, not fully. No. It was probably a culmination of me being on YouTube across 3 channels for 14 years, going through lots of different types of drama, not really enjoying the conversations anymore. And then I had a reason to just bow out, so I just bowed out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been contemplating it for 2 years, to be honest, at that point.
I mean, your channel was picking up traction. You were picking up subs quite quickly.
I think so.
I mean,
it's not about sub count. It's about conversation.
I agree with you, but I'm just saying, with more subs comes more opportunities for new people to give conversation, more points of views.
I've had every conversation you can have on here, Tony. If I'm being honest with you, how many more? I was on the platform for 14 years, man.
I hear you, I feel you, but it was a good channel. I know I felt some type of way because of that BDA, but outside of that, your channel was good. It was a lot of people with a lot of historical knowledge. So I don't know, man. You should think about maybe doing like just a throwback. Just come out the blue, hit a line.
There's not a chance, brother.
No,
there really is not there's not a chance. I get messages every week. For about a year, I was getting a message pretty much every day from people who were sub to me, finding me on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, asking me to reopen my channel. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's been 18 months. It's nearly 2 years now.
Yeah, well, you could always come back, man. Taking a long break, like Breedis, you know what I mean? Come back, knock him out, like he's about to do to Opataya, Take a long break.
Nah, I'm pretty happy, man. I'm too busy as well, for the most part. Way too busy.
Well, that's good, man. As long as you're happy, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you had a good platform, you had a good channel, you made good content. So, if you ever feel like it, just know that people will come back. They will gravitate, and you gotta not worry about the bullshit that comes with it. People go talk.
Here's the most important thing, Tony. Just so you know you're done with YouTube, right? When you want to make videos or you want to make live streams, but you actually don't enjoy doing them. That's the thing.
I can see it. Like, it's not fun doing something you don't enjoy. If you lose,
when your hobby becomes a job and drama and unenjoyable, and you have like weird drug addicts calling you out for fights across the planet every fucking second day, there's no fucking point.
Yeah, but they never show up, Mark. They never show up.
No, it's too much of a reality TV show. It's just too ridiculous. Anyone out there who's doing it and enjoying doing it, props to them. Anyone who just pops on to have a chat with anyone or just by themselves, props to them. But anybody who's doing this for some type of life or whatever, and it's one of their only social outlets or their only social outlet, I feel for them. That's all I'll say. There's too many of them. There's too many of them to deal with.
Share of same fighting. Yeah, but Mark Anthony, I've actually live streamed myself showing up to the point where I don't even bother with it. Oh yeah, I want to run this by you. Iceman put this. So your best friend, JB, he's in jail, allegedly.
Oh, nice.
He did that. Like, I can't confirm it. This is just coming from other people. Allegedly, he beat up somebody that was over 60 years old.
Sounds like the closest thing he'd have for a fair fight, to be honest.
That shit's crazy. Like, I could not imagine myself fighting a 60-year-old. I couldn't do it. I don't know, man. That shit ridiculous. But yeah, he looked at it like they were saying he's facing 3 felonies. So all that prison talk that he used to do, I hope he's ready for it, because now he about to be in there with the real ones.
Well, Fair play to him, man. I mean,
Dumb.
good luck. That's good luck. I don't know what to say to that, man. Gone to prison for beating up the person over 60 sounds like quite an existence.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. That dude tried to come at me and I like obliterated him probably about 2 months ago. And he's like, oh man, we're cool, no beef. Like, really, there was no beef from me. I just was making fun of him for like a good week before he just bowed out and realized he couldn't compete.
Look, it is what it is. And there's three things certain in life, man. Death, taxes, and him going off the fucking rails. So
But yeah, man, you're more than welcome. Come over to the panel whenever you see me live. We're gonna start doing these on Thursdays at 9, probably in and around 11 right now. So whatever time that is, EDT, or no, we're EDT. Greenwich. Are you on Greenwich? I guess.
I'm on EDG.
Okay. But yeah.
I don't live in Europe anymore, so.
Oh, where'd you move to?
Toronto.
Canada.
Oh, my man's in Canada.
Oh shit. So he over here. Gosh damn. What do you like better, UK or Canada?
I've never lived in the UK bar 6 months. I was from Ireland, man. It's not the UK.
It's all the United Kingdom to me. Ireland, UK.
Northern or Southern Ireland? I'm just kidding. That's
the Republic of Ireland.
That's a joke. Yeah, you got my joke. Yeah. I was trying to wind them up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Over there. So I get it. You had to go low key, IRA, you know. Y'all Canada.
Yeah, that's what I did. I as a member of the IRA, I moved to Canada as a terrorist. That sounds like a great fucking idea.
that's exactly what you do. Yeah.
Moving them potatoes overseas. Y'all got them going now. International.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna blow up a fucking maple tree. That's what I'm gonna do.
But anyways, I'm about to end the stream here. Appreciate you hopping on. Been a long time. Glad that you're doing well. Yeah, you got anything you want to say before we go?
No, man, I'm good.
Mark, you got anything you want to say?
Don't eat the yellow snow.
Oh, Iceman wants you to answer this question before we end the live.
Oh, the white boy got robbed.
And there it is. On that note, Lomachenko beat Devin Haney. He got robbed, and we're going to end the stream there. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate everybody coming through. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. If you're catching on the playback, awesome. Hit the thumbs up. Sub if you have it. Y'all have a good night.